Okay, today we got a special type of different video, whatever that means. We're talking about sales. And One Piece sales, we're approaching the end of the year, so the rankings come out, Oricon rankings. And so we got some numbers here that we got to talk about and a very interesting thread talking about One Piece and where One Piece currently is. Now, I'm not going to say One Piece is in the best place ever, but One Piece is in a very interesting place in regards to sales, with the backlog, current volumes, etc., etc. We're going to go back though. We're going to go back to last year when we talked about sales and towards the end of the year where One Piece was not, not getting the acclaim as it normally does. And it was kind of getting shit on. Like, I'm going to be honest. A lot of people were saying that One Piece fell off and that One Piece is no longer the same because Wano is mid. Is there truth to that? Is Wano mid? Was Wano mid? Did Wano redeem itself? It's not a Wano review video. I'm not gonna give that here. We're gonna talk about the top 10. With about 30 million copies, we got Jujutsu Kaisen. Of course, with the anime, Jujutsu Kaisen blew up. And then, of course, there were some residuals because of Volume 0. Yaiba, of course, is groundbreaking. It broke the mold and is setting the tone exactly for a lot of anime and manga going forward. Mostly anime because of what the anime did. Tokyo Revengers. Another one that blew up because of an anime. Attack on Titan, the anime came back. My Hero Academia. Yeah, we're not going to talk about My Hero right now. Kimetsu no Yaiba did 29. Tokyo Revengers with 24. Attack on Titan did 7.3. My Hero did 7. One Piece did 7. Chainsaw Man did 5. Spy Family did 4. Kingdom did 4. And Haikyuu did 4. So, One Piece was no longer at the top. But One Piece has not been at the top for a long time, technically. But we're 24 years in. We still expect One Piece to be the #1 most selling manga, even though it is. But every single year, year over year. First off, let's go back to 2020, where Yaiba did 82 million copies. Kingdom did 8. One Piece did 7.7. Haikyuu did 7.2. Jujutsu Kaisen did 6.7. Promised Neverland 6.3. Q quintuplets 6.1. My Hero 6. Spy X Family 4.5. Attack on Titan 4.3. Let's go to 2019. Demon Slayer was 1 with 12. One Piece was 2 with 10. Kingdom was 3 with 7.6. Promised Neverland was 7.4. Quintessential quintuplets 5.8. My Hero 5.0. Attack on Titan 4.7. Haikyuu 4.5. Kaguya-sama 4.0. And Slime was 3.4. So the point is, One Piece has not been #1 for a while, but it's consistently in the top 10, in the top 5 for yearly volume sales. So what's going on this year? This year, JJK was #1 with 12.2. Tokyo Revengers was #2 with 11.0. Spy Family was #3 with 10.6. One Piece was #4 with 10.3. My Hero was #5 with 5.3. Kingdom was 3.8. Blue Lock was 3.5. Chainsaw Man was 3.4. Do Not Say Mystery is 3.1. And Kaiju #8 was 3.1. So One Piece was again top 5 and had over 10 million copies. Now, for the raw numbers, for me, this is amazing considering where One Piece is decades later, fighting with the young guns. And it's crazy because My Hero is now, I guess, a veteran, but One Piece is consistently in the top 10. Now, did Wano impact things? Did One Piece Film Red impact things? I will refer to someone that knows a bit more than me who released an amazing thread. I'll link the thread below in regards to everything in regards to rankings. So I'm going to give you guys an abbreviated version of what they said. And this is by Twitter user Rook Hain. We're going to focus on what he talks about with One Piece. The thread goes through every single thing in the top 10. He mentions a great year for One Piece considering that it released 1 more volume than the 2 previous years. So that's something to attribute for like the extra 3 mil, because typically One Piece does 3 point something per volume. So One Piece released 1 more volume than the 2 previous years. So that's why 10 is expected. But he mentions that's not the way to look at it. One Piece backlog sales were at the highest they've ever been since 2014. 3.3, it's now at 2.8, higher than Film Gold and higher than when Stampede was released. He mentions that One Piece had been slowly declining since the end of its Strong World boost. That's normal and expected, but the drop in sales became especially harsh after Volume 80, and again once Wano started. In 2021 and early 2022, no one was starting One Piece, so that's where we got a lot of the people talking about how One Piece had fell off. One Piece was no longer the same in regards to quality. It's always a weird argument because I know a lot of One Piece fans, I don't do this. One Piece is touted based on the sales and say, well, look at the sales. One Piece is the greatest because of the sales. Where I tend to go a bit deeper and say, no, look at its story. The sales aren't telling the true story as to how good One Piece is. It's a part of it. And the longevity and the sales, it's not miraculous while One Piece is great. It's not crazy when people start One Piece. They're like, oh my God, this is better than... Yes, there's a reason why these things matter. But what happened? Let's continue. No one was starting One Piece basically in 2021 and early 2022. Oda's announcement about the final arc starting got a lot of people interested again, saying, okay, One Piece is ending. Now it's time for me to pick it back up because I can get the complete picture, because it can be grueling week to week from time to time. We know that. This increased interest as well as Film Red was announced. He also mentions how Film Red was released at the perfect time considering it's a renaissance for anime movies with Evangelion, obviously Demon Slayer, and even Conan, right? All these movies were doing way better numbers than any movie had ever done ever. And they're confirming, and we already know Oda basically is trying to time things up with the end of Wano and Shanks showing up in Film Red because they leaned into this. Film Red was, I don't want to say a bet, but they knew it would do well considering how anime movies were doing. That's why Film Red has been received the way it has, because they went all out with marketing and using Ado, a very popular singer. Again, it's a musical. That's why for Film Red and the popularity, I'm not surprised. After watching it, I understand wholeheartedly if you like the music, you're going to like the film. I went back and listened to some of the music of Film Red. It is actually pretty good. The first glance, I'm not really paying attention too much to the music. I'm trying to follow the story, and the music sometimes I'm tuning it out, right? Of course, the first song, that's the song in the trailer. It is fantastic. But once you go through, some of the songs are actually pretty damn good. Like, I was surprised at how good they were once I went back and re-listened. Either way, Film Red is basically the main reason for One Piece and the announcement of the final saga. Those are the main reasons. And of course, an extra volume. One Piece having an amazing run with sales in 2022. He mentioned that One Piece is on the decline, right? Volume 104 showing signs of decline compared to Volume 103. But it's a very slow decline considering readers don't stop reading it like they do JJK or even Spy Family. He mentions the readership is one of the most loyal on the market, but he does say an ending boost may happen, but One Piece's days as the king of manga sales are pretty much over in Japan, and this year doesn't really change it. So the new generation can't fuck with One Piece. Point blank period. One Piece is on a different level. The only thing that in regards to sales that can compete with One Piece, even currently in the past, but it's over now, is Kimetsu no Yaiba. Demon Slayer. What do these sales mean? It means that people are interested because of a lot of things going on around One Piece. And One Piece have the most loyal readers out there, considering a lot of people that currently read One Piece, we buy a lot of shit. So there needs to be something to drum up interest. And I think once we're in the final arc, okay? Once the final arc is announced, we probably see another uptick. Personally, I believe once the final arc is announced, we'll get another explosion for One Piece because, okay, Final Saga is different. It's a lot more obscure. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go back, and that's why it shows in the volumes. People went back and they read it, they got some volumes, but then they didn't really follow through as much. Once the final arc is announced, saying that we're in the final year of One Piece, then it'll go back up. I think it'll be #1 again that year, unless another anime comes out. Maybe that year Yu Yu Hakusho gets a remake. At that point, all bets are off, because if it gets the same production quality as even JJK or Demon Slayer, even Hunter x Hunter 2011. I mean, I think Yu Yu Hakusho could go through the roof, but that's just speculation. Either way, One Piece is king, has always been king, will always be king. And the numbers are showing that, and the people are showing that. And so, did One Piece fall off? Everything falls off eventually, or declines. Did One Piece fall off? Hell no. Hell no. But it is declining based on how long the story's been going on and just the general interest around it. It needs certain events to have a great uptick. It's going to be top 5, top 10 every year, regardless. But be #1, that's going to be tough until maybe the final arc is announced. But you guys, give me your thoughts. Again, I'll link the thread below. It has so much pertinent and important stuff, I think, about JJK and how readers are dropping JJK a bit more rapidly than expected. Spy Family getting a boost because of the anime, but dropping it a bit more rapidly than expected. Kingdom performing a lot worse than it ever has. And even My Hero being one of the vets on this list, which is insane to think about. I saw a tweet that says somebody got to go through and document the fall off of My Hero. I don't think My Hero fell off. I just think the story tropes and where it's going with the story feels a bit rushed. In general, comes off as a bit boring. Maybe I'll have a My Hero conversation at some point. But either way, One Piece is king. Just wanted to bring this to you guys. Announcement. This is the first day of 25 days of B.D.A. 25 days of uploading, 25 days of streaming. So it's going to be exciting, an exciting 25 days. We're uploading a bunch of different types of content. So stay tuned. We're going to experiment. It's going to be a lot, but we're going to have fun with it. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, for more content like this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.